False stories about arms for hostages and alleged ransom payments. We did not, repeat, did not trade weapons or anything else for hostages, nor will we.
The ballad of the bullet, some freedom or some bullshit. Will we ever do it big or just keep settling for little shit? We brag on having bread, but none of us
are acres. We all talk having greens, but none of us own acres. If none of us own acres and none of us grow wheat, then who will feed our people when our people need to eat? So it seems like people starve from lack of understanding, and all we seem to give them is some balling and some dancing, and some talking about our car and imaginary mansions. We should be indicted for bullshit being cited, selling children death and pretending it's exciting. We are advertisements for agony and pain. We exploit the youth. We tell kids to join the game. We tell them dope stories, introduce them to the game. Like Oliver North in the 80s introduced us to cocaine when the bricks came in on military planes. So the first verse is about black culture. It's about us. It's saying we have become like when I was on stage, my man tried to pass my chain. I was like, it's cool, I wear it in the show. You know what I mean? Like, I don't really like having shit around my neck, but it's a part of you validating what the fuck I say. Like, shit, nigga, I'm saying this shit, you see the diamonds, nigga. And you tend to take that a little more seriously. So, and that's a condition all of us suffer under. All of us suffer under that. I don't care if you think you're above the cheap, gaudy jewelry shit. The guys that pull up in a BMW for a meeting in Los Angeles are taken more seriously than the guys that pull up in a Camry. So in Los Angeles, there's this huge boom market of just being able to rent luxury cars for 3 hours for a meeting. Like, think about that. Think of the front that it takes to do that. So my first indictment was against us. We perpetuate what we learned from Reagan.
And then you see that business,
you know? So I think that we can get off our bullshit. In the second verse, I criticize what Reagan did to us. I talk about the end of the Reagan era. I'm like level 12, old enough to understand the shit had changed forever. They declared war on drugs like a war on terror. What it really did was let the police terrorize whoever. But mostly black boys, but they would call us niggas and lay us on our bellies while their fingers on their triggers and bootses on our heads and dogs on our crotches, and they would beat us up if we had diamonds on our watches, and they would take our drugs and monies as they pick our pockets. I guess that's the privilege of policing for some profits. Now in New York, right now, the biggest thing going on is stop and frisk. Right now. And you know, motherfuckers hear this shit like I'm talking about 20 years ago, 30 years ago, but I'm talking about now. I guess that it's policing for some profits. But thanks to Reaganomics, prisons turn to profits. Because free labor is the cornerstone of U.S. economics. I saw someone put in a comment, that's not right. The U.S. economy was built on slavery. That's not saying, oh man, you crackers made me mad. That's just saying, if you give me 400 years of free labor, I'm going to get rich as a motherfucker. It's just a smart thing. It's not even a judgment. Because free labor is the cornerstone of U.S. economics. Free labor is the cornerstone. Still is. Right? Because slavery was abolished unless you are in prison. Slavery was abolished unless you are in prison. You think I am bullshitting, then we the 13th Amendment. Involuntary servitude and slavery it prohibits. That's why they're giving drug offenders time in double digits. So think about that. Slavery is only illegal if you don't go to jail for a half ounce a week. Once you go to jail, you're legally enslaved again. And in the third verse, we just bring this shit home. Ronald Reagan was an actor, not an all factor, just an employee of the country's real masters. Just like the Bushes, Clinton and Obama, just another talking head, telling lies on teleprompters. Well, if you don't believe the theory, then argue with this logic. Why did Reagan and Obama both go after Gaddafi? We invaded sovereign soil, going after oil, taking countries as a hobby, paid for by the oil lobby. Same as in Iraq and Afghanistan. And Ahmadinejad said they're coming for Iran. They only love the rich and how they loathe the poor. Well, if I say any more, they might be at my door. Who the fuck is that staring in my window? That's when you drop that good ball. Doing that surveillance on Mr. Michael Render. I'm dropping off the grid. Before I pump the lid, I leave you with 4 words. I'm glad Reagan's dead. Which came from KRS-One's, yo, I'm kind of glad Nixon died. So this whole album is just an archive of what hip hop is giving me. It's just an archive. And the same truths that were true in 1984 are true now. So I invite you to take the album, listen to it again.